Alrighty. So this is going to be a reading for my Geminis for October 24th through the 27th. Thank you so much for joining me back on my YouTube channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Okay, this is going to be a general forecast, so everything I say may or may not pertain to you specifically. Definitely make sure you're using a level of discernment on exactly what is for you and what's not. And if you are someone who does want a personal reading with me because you feel as if I resonate with you, or you just want to talk to Crystal, that information will be listed below in the description as well as the comment section. I do have like a special going on for November 2019 where you can go ahead and get a month ahead spread for like $15.55. So definitely check that out if you're interested, okay? That is going to be video recorded as well. All right, so Geminis for October 24th through the 27th. What's going on, my Geminis? Geminis for October 24th through the 27th. What's going on, my Geminis? Ooh. No, not these. All right, so let's go ahead and get straight into the reading. So first thing I'm going to cover is the overall energy. And what we have representing that, we do have the Sun card and the Nine of Swords. So Geminis, for the next couple of days, I'm getting a sense that it's like you're really trying to find a level of happiness or peace, or just being like emotionally pleased with where you're at up until this point, especially if you are someone who has put in a lot of work. Just with the Nine of Swords, you could just be overthinking things. What I will say is, don't let your mind make you do things that are kind of in impulse or aren't in alignment with what you would usually do, due to the fact that you're, scatterbrained, or you're anxious, or you're overthinking things. You want to be careful with the movements that you take after being anxious or worried, because that could put you in a weird space. But with the Sun card, like I said, this is you trying to find your sense of happiness. What will make you happy, especially when it comes to love and when it comes to the opportunities that you have in your job arena. It's like, what will make you happy? And for a lot of you, certain things you already know make you happy, but it's like you're overthinking things. For some of you, you could even be second guessing yourself when it comes to exactly what you have going on here. And you really want to make sure you're not doing that. Also, for some of you as well, you could be having anxiety when it comes to like money matters. It's like you could be having to save money because you want to find like a new position, or for some of you, you may need to save money to fund like a business that you want to start, or to get something going here. Okay, you could be worried about whether or not that's a smart investment. But what I have for love specifically, we do have the Angel of Balance card here, and we also have the King of Swords. Okay, so with this, I feel as if your spirit guides are trying to usher in a level of balance in your relationships. It's just taking a level of patience. Also, for some of you, when it comes to balancing out a relationship, this is going to take a level of patience, whether it's spirit involved in this or not. With the King of Swords as well, there's a need for you to speak your mind. There's a need for you to speak your truth. Make sure that your person is on the same page as you as far as understanding where your mind is at, okay, and what you will not tolerate. For some of you as well, with the Eight of Pentacles, with the King of Swords, you could be wanting to work things out with another air sign that you're dating, or just this may be you guys wanting to work things out, or this person does. But there is a way to fix whatever issues may be present. Like I said, it's going to take some patience. Now, when it comes to money matters specifically, I do have the appreciation card, and the Four of Wands. So for a lot of you, you could be realizing there's a lot more that you need to be appreciative for, especially if you have came very, very far when it comes to your financial resources. It may not be where you're a billionaire, okay? But this could be you being an appreciation of the fact that you could have been in worse situations. You could have been, homeless if you were homeless at one point. And for a lot of you, you could be finally able to support yourself. Or for a lot of you, this could even be you being appreciative because like your creative endeavors could now be a source of income. Definitely just seeing a level of you either needing to be appreciative to draw in more money, or some of you actually being appreciative. And being appreciative is definitely a vibration you want to be on. But with the Four of Wands and the Seven of Wands reversed, for some of you, you want to give up on something that could really solidify you in a financial sense. And the universe is saying, like, don't give up on yourself just because you're unsure. Just make sure you're like figuring out where you're going and exactly how you can get there. Okay. Now, the next set of cards is going to represent the advice for you. We do have the strategy card as well as the King of Pentacles. So you guys are really going to have to put some sort of strategy into motion. You guys are going to have to, go pen to paper and write out, okay, this is what I want to do. This is the time frame I need to do these certain things. Whether that's like, okay, you need to fill out paperwork for your business on this day, or you need to pay this deposit for whatever it may be. You guys need to formulate some sort of plan and also like structure as far as your business if you are a business owner. For others of you, this is coming up with some sort of plan for yourself when it comes to your financial well-being if you are wanting to change the circumstance here. Now, when it comes to the obstacle that may come up against you this month, Geminis, we do have the Yin and Yang card and the Temperance in reverse. So for some of you, you could be dating a Sagittarius, but the obstacle could be balance, because both of these cards are about balance, right? And with the Yin and Yang, for some of you, the issue may be you like recognizing the positive and negatives of every situation and how they both need to exist together. That may be a little hard for you to grasp. For others of you, it just may be getting a level of balance. This next couple of days, this could be you needing to balance out your feminine and masculine energy, not making sure you're not like imbalanced in that respect. Or for others of you, like I said, this is your circumstance being balanced. There may be some issues with you being patient when it comes to things getting better in that regard. Yeah. So definitely, like I said in the beginning, make sure you're not being impulsive because things are not where you want it to be, because that's where you're going to screw yourself over. So don't make any like weird changes to your business or like weird quick solutions, because that's going to fuck you up in the long term. Now, I want to switch gears a little bit, and I want to talk about law of attraction work and money manifestation and advice for that. What I have for that advice, it says, I do not need to have money to attract money. Okay, and on the back of this card, it says, you do not need to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor and attract money. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way that you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong and by beginning to tell stories that lean more in the direction of what you want instead of the direction of what is currently happening, your vibration will shift and your point of attraction will shift and you will get different results. So this is true. If you're subconsciously thinking that, okay, you're never going to change your circumstance financially or even necessarily, or how can I say this? You vibrating on an energy level. I can't talk today, guys. You vibrating on the vibration of poverty or feeling lack. That's going to only attract that back. So understand that you do need to make sure you're not thinking that you need money to make money, but also not thinking that just because you're broke right now, you're going to always stay broke. Because that mentality is never going to change anything. And you just need to make sure that you're understanding that, look, you are the money magnet. It's the way that you go about attracting it that's going to, like I said, determine whether or not it's a lot of money coming in or a little bit. So you make your circumstance. Now, let's talk a little bit about your love life. The cards that we have representing that, I do have forgiving and learning, and I also have separation. So for my Geminis out there could have been some sort of split up that may have happened between you and somebody who you really care about. Like, this is somebody that may have really hurt you to break up with, or when this person broke up with you, it may have really hurt you. But I am seeing that somebody is very much longing for the other person, and somebody wants to be forgiven. Or for some of you, you could be in a space to where you're ready to forgive someone else. Now, whether or not this is you taking them back or not is going to depend on who you are as a Gemini watching this. Okay, you may not be wanting to take this person back. You may just want to move on from what happened. But I'm definitely seeing where somebody wants to be forgiven and they want to open up and express how they feel. But for a lot of you, you just want to take your self-respect and move on. All right, but the advice I can give you for your love life, it says healing. And it says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So again, this is going back to healing that needs to take place for a lot of you within your relationship. If you do want to fix things, you guys are going to have to both put that effort forth to work on whatever issues may have been there. And for some of you, if it's not like in a relationship that you're in, especially if you're single, you may need to heal as a person on your own before things can shift in your love life, okay? Or your cross watcher does. But this is what I'm seeing for my Geminis. Thank you so much for watching this. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this. And again, if you do want a personal session with me, especially for November 2019 for the month ahead spread, definitely make sure you guys go ahead and book that. That information will be listed below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, Geminis.